Okay, here's a loaded question. Could a common virus be making you fat?
Yeah, there's a new study that has people buzzing today, and Dr. Nancy Snyderman agreed to stick around and help us out with this. So what is the deal with this? We were reading that someone can sneeze on you, and you might catch a virus that will make you fat.
Yeah,
is that true?
Yes and no. So this is like a new study based on some old science. There's adenovirus, the stuff that causes the common cold, and there's this one strain called adenovirus 36 that in obese people is found 30% of the time. So then it raises the question, can a common virus change your immune system, cause your liver or your pancreas to metabolize differently, and make you obese? And I think the answer increasingly, looking at animal models, is yes.
Wow.
Now, does that mean that everybody who's fat has this virus? No.
But how many?
It
What was the
means
percentage?
30%. But 70% of Americans are overweight or obese. So it's a piece of the puzzle. I think it lends credence to the fact that obesity can be considered a disease.
Well, we often talk about the thyroid being a problem with metabolism.
If you have really low thyroid, you have lower metabolism. But now we know that this virus has been infected into mice and into monkeys. You know, we share our common genetic pools with monkeys. And in fact, cells that would normally save and store fat, when they are infected with this virus, become fat cells.
Well, how do you know, number one, how do you know if you have it? And number two, can you get rid of it
There's
if
no
you
vaccine
have it?
So, first of all, you can't get rid of it. Once a virus,
It's
always
like herpes.
virus.
You've got it for life.
Viruses like to come and stay. But even if they don't do anything, they just set up shop and they stay.
Yeah.
There is a biotech company a few years ago that started to be able to test people for it. But the problem is, Hoda, even if I test you for it and you test positive, what are you going to do? You're still living your life well. You watch what you eat and you exercise. It may just mean that this virus predisposes you to getting fat, so that you may be harder to keep your body in shape. It may be tougher to turn down some foods. But it doesn't necessarily mean you get the virus, you get heart disease because you're fat.
You want to keep the responsibility aspect to it.
Of the puzzle. It may make you more vulnerable.
But do you know how quickly, I mean, I'm just thinking if someone sneezed on me and I got it on Wednesday.
People are going to say now.
Are you going to?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. And so that's really the kind of, that lag time is exactly what they're looking at in monkey models right now. Because how do you set up a study like this now in human beings? Say we're going to take 100 people and infect you with the virus and 100 people and not and watch
Nobody's going to want to be in that program.
Yeah, because then there are ethical, moral issues about how you conduct human experiments. So the best we have right now are in animal models.
What about this other study that says the fewer calories you take in, the better your memory? That's interesting.
So this is sort of the next step also, that we know the people who do true caloric reduction. They eat a well-balanced diet of all the nutrients, but they only eat 800 calories a day. It's semi-starvation.
Yes.
They live longer. They have less cancer, less heart disease, less stroke.
We don't need as much food, do we?
Because you know what? When you get heavy, your body becomes inflamed. And we think now the inflammation leads to carcinogens and sort of rust that builds up in your body. But we've tried to figure out in the past, if you cut back on your calories, is that enough to make you smarter or retain better memory? This is the first time to really show that, yeah, memory itself can be better. But here's the big important thing. It's not just cutting back on your calories. If you're going to really restrict your calories, it has to be done with someone's guidance. Because first of all, it's really hard to do forever. Because we like food. So it's hard. And the second thing is, I could put you on 800 calories of potato chips all day. You'll lose weight because you're still going to burn off more, but it's no good for you.
Again, it's
all
the nutrition. Moderation. It's all the...
most of life is played between the 40-yard lines. It's moderation.
Remember that. Thank you for staying with us.
You're welcome.
Thank you
all right,
so much.
We'll be back.